What's up, guys? It's Josh with Navigate the Wild. Tonight we're going to talk about a chest rig. What is a chest rig? What do I carry in it? This chest rig is a minimalist style chest rig, compact and designed to be worn high on your chest, keeping it accessible and extremely versatile. They sell a few different kits with it, but that's basically what a chest rig is. I started with this FHF chest rig. Love this thing. And I paired it with an orange E4 pouch. This E4 pouch is fantastic for visualization. The other thing I love about the E4 pouch is it has this piece of Velcro and I can put my diaphragm calls right on the outside. I absolutely love that feature. Now, FHF partners with Razco or sells Razco holsters. They're awesome, but I already had a Safariland holster. So what I did was I got on to, this is actually a T-Rex Arms holster. They base their holsters off a Safariland platform. And so what I did was I went to Safariland because I had this holster kind of laying around. I wasn't really using it a ton. And Safariland sells a MOLLE compatible clip. And so all I had to do was spend 30 or 35 bucks. I got the MOLLE clip. I took my Glock 19 T-Rex Arms, slid it right on the bottom, and so it saved me about 150 bucks because the Razcos are not cheap. Razco, when you're carrying this, it does lay flat, which is nice too. But I went with this because I'm in Florida. I don't have to worry about grizzly bears or brown bears. And so really, this next piece of the kit is what we'll talk about. I have here my Glock 19. I've got a TLR 1HL Streamlight. It's a great gun. And really all I carry is Snake Shot. The reason I carry Snake Shot is because we have lots of snakes down here in Florida. If you haven't seen my rattlesnake video, go back and check that out. But that was a one and done for me. So I carry my Glock 19 with the Snake Shot in 9mm. Turkey season is right around the corner. I'm going to carry my pot call. This is the Phelps Meat Eater pot call collab. I'm going to carry this right up front, as well as my Scotch-Brite padding and just a backup diaphragm call that if I need to get to for some reason, one of these breaks or whatever, I have a backup in a little case. Next up, we have my First Light season glove here. I love these gloves. Merino wool keeps me safe from mosquitoes. So I've got those. Those go right in the front of the pouch as well. Next up, we have my 5 mini baton. This is an O light. Love this light. This is like my backup light. If for some reason my headlamp doesn't work, this one gets clipped right onto my hat and I've got plenty of light to see what I'm doing. Next up, I've got the Crossfire, Vortex Crossfire 10x42s. I love these binos. I wish they would do something to help with the eye cups because these break very easily. But it's another reason why I go with Vortex for all my optics. They're a lifetime warranty, no questions asked. They have been phenomenal when dealing with rangefinders, binos, scopes for my rifles. They are just fantastic. They cannot be beat. So Vortex for life, okay? I pair this up with the Bino bucket. The Bino bucket in the chest rig. Love this thing. Sits right in there. Nice and modular, nice and compact, and we're in business, okay? So, those are my binos, and that's what I carry my binos in. This is a Leatherman. This is the Leatherman Wingman. It's got really good needle nose pliers, and they're spring action. Little knife, scissors. I just love having a multi-tool in my pack. ProTech made a Strider blade. This is an automatic push button. It was a gift from my buddy. An absolutely wonderful knife. Great edge retention. That goes right inside the chest rig as well. Okay, now I got my Peaks headlamp. I got this last year. Learned about Peaks from the Gritty Bowman. PEAX. This is a phenomenal headlamp. Bright. I've only had to charge it a few times. It's got multi-lights, multi-level lights, strobe light. It adjusts so much. Great piece of gear. I think it was 98 bucks. Well worth the price. The last bit of kit that I'm going to talk about here is really kind of first aid. For a lot of years, I didn't bother with hearing protection. I damaged my ears from gunshots. So I've got some custom sound gear. They're molded to your ear. I'm going to be completely transparent with you. There is no difference between these and Walker in-ears or Walker muffs you get on Amazon for 40 bucks. Matter of fact, Walkers are better because they muffle the noise. These are really backups. If for some reason these die, or I forget them, or I drop them, I always have some type of hearing protection. They have a microphone that's integrated. They run off of 2 batteries, which is good. These are the orange version, and these are the slims. Me and my wife run those. I like to be able to talk to her. She likes to be able to talk to me. And it helps me hear because I don't have the greatest hearing. What I have here is an Altoid tin. And the Altoid tin, I just carry Tylenol and ibuprofen. I've been plagued the majority of my life with migraines. They come on at any given time. There is nothing worse than having a migraine and you're having to hike, or you're having to track an animal, or you're having to drag something out of the woods, or you're just not able to go home right away and your mind is just melting because of the pain. This stuff helps me, so keep those on hand. Just a few Band-Aids. Somebody tends to get cut, a nick, a splinter, whatever. You got something to protect. Now, lastly, these are 2 things I hope I never have to use. The first one I never even thought of, but recently a buddy of mine cut his finger pretty bad, and he went to the emergency room and they slapped one of these on him. For 7 bucks, I think I got 50 of these off of Amazon, and all they are is like 16-inch strips of rubber tourniquet, and you just put it around a finger, put it around, your hand to be able to stop bleeding. Years ago, I saw a guy on YouTube hunting in Africa, and he was spear hunting. Yes, spear hunting, throwing a spear. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but I can tell you what happened. He went up into the tree with his bag, hooked everything into the tree, and then he slipped and fell. And when he fell, his spear went right through his thigh. And so thankfully, he was able to tie his belt around his thigh. And he was basically saying, this could be my last video, because around that time is when animals like to feed and blood was in the air, and he could not do anything. He was sitting at the base of the tree. I hope I never have to use one of these, but I would rather have a bunch of them and never have to use them than need one and not have one. So this is a tourniquet. I put one in my truck. I carry one in my chest rig, one in my backpack. God forbid something happen and you need a tourniquet. I've got one. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to just show you how this all packs up in the chest rig, how tidy it is, and how it looks. I've already put the binos in the bino bucket. I've got my hearing protection in the front pocket, my small tourniquet in the front pocket. I also put my knife. I just attach it just like that. Also, my multi-tool attaches just like that, and so does my headlamp. All 3 of those tools are right up front and accessible. The tourniquet goes in the E4 pouch and lays down. I'm going to put my diaphragm call in the one pocket up front and my Scotch-Brite in the other. Pot call goes up front as well, and so does my striker. My gloves will go in this front pouch, Band-Aids, and Altoid tin, right up where I can get it. Headlamp goes off to the side. I usually do carry an extra magazine with me on the other side. This zips up, gun is clear. We're gonna close it, and it slides right in. Magazine would go in there, and there you have it, the FHF chest rig.